Well, hey, how you doing? Welcome back to Mercury Minded Tarot. My name is Chelsea, and for today's video, I have the highly requested, I'm talking messages, emails, all right, wanting to know who are you going to marry? What is that relationship going to be like? So that is what I'm going to dive into today. I also have videos you may be interested in about, signs you found a soulmate. I'll link that somewhere up here. And I also have other romance and relationship type videos you can scroll through and see which one tickles your fancy. If you are new here, I do a lot of pick a cards. The majority are pick a cards. All but one or two are pick a cards. Okay, and I have a heavy emphasis on astrology information as well. So if those are all things that you are interested in, why not maybe join this little family? Think about it, sleep on it, no rush, no pressure, but I'd love to have you. I love reading for you guys. I will also have in my description box below, I will have all the links to my other social medias if you feel like YouTube is just not enough and you need more of this in your life. Who can blame you? I won't. So, enough with the suspense. If you want to know who you're going to marry, what they're going to be like, what jobs they have, the relationship between the two of you, I got some major tea, some hot chisme, just a lot of dirt on who you're going to marry, okay? If you want to find out, keep watching. I'm going to get all the cards laid out. You can take your pick, and I'll see you there. Boop. All right, you guys, here we have our 4 piles. For those of you that need visual aids or like having crystals or charms to help you pick, I have, for your convenience, I have a little lapis lazuli pyramid here on group 1. Group 2 has this huge selenite, I always forget how it is, but huge, big guy right here on group number 2. Group 3, I didn't have a 4th pyramid, but I did have this little fluorite tower. Do people call them obelisks? Because it low-key looks like an obelisk to me. Anyway, in group 4, we have this really cute, really pretty sunstone pyramid. So here are your groups. Again, 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you do not like having visual aids, just skip forward a smidge. I'll have like all of this cleared up, so if you find it distracting or if it just doesn't work for you this way, you can utilize that instead. Now what I'd like you to do, go ahead, take a deep breath, meditate, go with whichever one calls to you first. If you end up being drawn towards a 2nd or 3rd group, I'd still go with what you were drawn to first, and then if you still feel a pull towards another pile, come back and do it again. It is very possible that there may be messages meant for you in more than one, but I like to go with whichever one stuck out first. Once you have your pile selected, I'm going to have all of the timestamps listed down in the description box below, so you can just fast forward to whichever group you selected. I'll also have other relevant information in there, like the decks I used for this reading, as well as all of my social media links if you'd like to connect with me elsewhere. So go ahead, do your thing, and I will see you at your group. All right, so for those of you that don't want any crystals or trinkets on your piles, here we have group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. Go ahead, meditate, go with whichever one jumps out to you first. You can pause the video if necessary. Use whatever method works for you to pick which one of these piles is meant for you. Once you have your group selected, I will have the timestamps listed down in the description box below, so you can just fast forward to whichever group is yours and I will meet you there. Okay, so if you are someone that chose group number 1 or selected this little lapis lazuli pyramid, let's go over the tarot cards first, and then I have a whole fat stack of oracle cards to clarify for us, okay? But your significators for who you will marry are going to be right here with the Knight of Pentacles and the Chariot. Right away, I want to say this gives me major earth sign energy, but there's also some possible Cancer influence with the Chariot here as well, okay? So with that being said, they may be a Virgo, a Capricorn, a Taurus, could be a Cancer, or they just have those signs featured very heavily within their charts. The Knight of Pentacles is going to be someone who you consider consistent, reliable, dependable, but there's also this very driven, ambitious energy, especially when we combine him with the Chariot here. This to me is like pure willpower, sheer drive. When this person gets set on a goal, I don't know if they get a little fixated, maybe a little tunnel vision, but they will stop at nothing to achieve whatever their goal or ambition is. Now, to further describe this person, with the Knight of Pentacles and the Chariot, I feel this very like outdoorsy type of vibe from them. They may enjoy hiking, they may enjoy camping, or just being out in the great outdoors. They may even be something like a park ranger or working with wildlife conservation. There's just this love for the earth, for the creatures on it, and they have this particular fondness for nature in the outdoors. Another possibility here, especially focusing more with the Chariot in conjunction with the Knight of Pentacles, this could be an entrepreneur, someone in business, especially if it's their own business, especially if they're promoting themselves. Because like I said, they're not afraid to have a goal, to stick with it, and to see it through until the end. They're a very committed type of person. I do want to point out here to you, Group 1, that this person you may marry, it's very interesting because the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving of the knights. So this isn't someone that you would meet, date for a little while, move in together, get married. Like, it's not going to happen rapidly. It's not going to happen fast. This is someone you may end up dating for a long time, or just take it a little bit slower. But with the Chariot here, that slowness isn't going to be a bad thing. It's almost like slow and steady is going to win the race. Does that make sense? They're very interested in progress. They're very interested in moving forward, but it's going to be at a slower, more thought out kind of pace. This Knight of Pentacles, they don't rush into anything. They take their time, they think things through. This isn't going to be an impulsive, spontaneous type of person. This is very methodical, is the word that I'm looking for here. Now I want to look down here at these other tarot cards here that I kind of pulled to better understand your situation. Now, the Six of Cups is very interesting to me because it represents the past, almost like nostalgia, and with the Ace of Cups right next to it, I'm almost wondering if this is someone that you dated in the past and it's like rekindling that relationship. You know, if this is someone that you dated before, this is going back to that and starting it up new again, making it new again. Because the Four of Pentacles, the way she's holding onto this coin here in this imagery, you know, she doesn't want to let go. The Four of Pentacles can have issues moving on or releasing or letting go of things. So you or this other person, you know, you've clung to them. You've clung on to this idea of this relationship. You've clung on to the past. But I do see it working out, you know, because here's the Ace of Cups offering this new relationship, offering to start things over if this is someone that you've known from your past. Now, if you're sitting here and going, Chelsea, there's no one in my past, you know, there's no one that would come forward and want to rekindle. There's nothing to rekindle. In that instance, the Six of Cups can also mean past lives or like a soulmate type connection. Now, this can apply if they were also someone you dated before, but there is a strong possibility that they are going to feel familiar, that they are going to feel like you've known them before because you do have a past life or soulmate type connection with them. It's going to feel like you're picking right up where you left off. So let's go ahead and take a look at my oracle cards and see if they can show me anything else. So one of my oracle cards actually confirms what I was saying about this person being outdoorsy. I have the nature child here. Again, this is a friendship with animals. This person may have pets. You may end up having pets together that mean a whole lot to you. Like, your animals are your family. They are connected to the earth. And that makes sense, you know, if they are an earth sign, like I feel that this person is. They have such an affinity for the outdoors. Another card I pulled here would be the Knight. So that's kind of cool, actually. We have two Knights. They are chivalrous. They are loyal. That's something with the Knight of Pentacles, confirmed by another Knight. The loyalty to their relationships, loyalty to their career. This is someone who doesn't easily get distracted or swayed. You know, even in their career, they're not gonna suddenly decide to up and change things or quit and start something new. They take their commitments and their loyalties very, very seriously. Their honor, their values, their morals mean a lot to them. So when they commit themselves to you, this person isn't one to go out and betray that. That means a lot to them. Their promises mean a lot to them. Another card here is the Virgo full moon. Again, another earth sign here, confirming for me that this is such a earthy energy. Oh, and here we go. Another card I pulled, Capricorn new moon. So we have another earth sign. You guys, I can't ignore just the amount of earth energy coming from this person. Grounded, practical, realistic. On this card here, it says your hard work is paying off. That might be something to look out for. They might take things slow with your relationship because they are so committed to their job. They are so career focused and career driven. Like I said, when they set their sights on a goal, they're not swayed from that. They're going to see it out to the end. So if their current goal is going to be job or career, you might have to anticipate them spending long hours at the office or not being able to respond to you right away because they're busy at work. They take it very seriously, their commitments. But the other side to that is if you become a commitment, they're taking you very seriously. They take their relationship very seriously. Let's see what else I pulled for this person that you're going to marry, group 1. Here we have Sagittarius. Oh, and I also pulled the 12th house. I hope you guys can see these. I'm just stacking them. I'm trying something different today. You guys are like, this is not how she usually does her videos, and it's not. I'm just winging it today. Sagittarius, they might be idealistic. This is kind of like they have big dreams. This refers almost to like their ambitions. And then the 12th house here is interesting. That almost gives me that same kind of past life or soulmate type of connection that the two of you will have. It can also mean if you guys have 12th house synastry. A synastry chart, for those who don't know, in astrology is just where you take both of your natal charts, kind of lay them on top of each other and see what falls where. So if you have a lot of 12th house synastry, it's a very powerful connection, but it can almost be unsettling sometimes because it can be like this person is seeing into your secrets, seeing into your deepest part of yourself. So if you're not used to someone, you know, peering into your soul, that's the type of connection we're looking at right here, group 1. I've also pulled Jupiter, which I'm going to set right here on top of Sagittarius because Jupiter does rule over Sagittarius. And this also tells me that this person's probably going to have a sense of humor. I always think of Sagittarius and Jupiter energy as funny, good conversationalists. They like to try to keep the mood light. Now the other card I pulled here, which I think is interesting, I'm going to set over here, is the wisdom card. And that's something, you know, I see the word wisdom here on Sagittarius. It's obviously right here on this oracle card. There's the association with the 3 of those right there that this person is highly intelligent. If we didn't already assume that, we can get that now. This person you'll marry, group 1, they know what they're doing. They have a plan. They know what they need to do to get there. They're not afraid to take risks, but they're going to be very calculated risks, okay? It's not going to be an impulsive, spontaneous, let's give it a try, see what happens. No, they're going to make sure whatever moves they make are going to pay off in their interest. Now, another oracle card I pulled here, I'm going to set over here on top of the 12th house, is this boundaries card, because that I think is interesting to me. Because with this 12th house energy, and like I said, being able to see into someone's secrets, being able to almost look into their soul, having that really intense type of connection, it can be overwhelming. And so boundaries might be something that you have to work on as a couple. There, I zoomed you guys out so you can better see kind of what I've pulled, even though they're all stacked on top of each other here. But like I was saying about boundaries, that may be something that you have to work on as a couple, making sure you do still have, you know, hobbies or activities that you do on your own. It's totally fine to share interests, but I wouldn't want either of you to, you know, lose who you are as individuals. You know, getting so wrapped up with each other, like these past life connections, like this 12th house can imply. It's a very powerful romantic relationship, but You both are powerful on your own as well. Now let's see. The last oracle card I pulled here was the look to your inner strength. You're stronger than you realize. And isn't that so cool? I'll actually set it up here. You know, on this Virgo card I have, you are good enough. You have the inner strength. You're stronger. You're more resilient than you realize. I am almost wondering, Group 1, if you, or maybe this person we've been talking about, you may feel out of their league. They may feel out of your league. There may be a sense of like unworthy, like you don't deserve this type of connection. You don't deserve this person, whether it's, you know, because they are so successful, so ambitious. But the message here is that, you know, you're choosing them or they're choosing you. So that decision has been made for a reason. Obviously, they think you're worthy or you think they're worthy. But that may mean that there are some insecurities the two of you need to overcome or work through together. You know what, Group 1? Since I'm seeing the Chariot here again, I almost wonder, because in romantic readings, this could mean a person has their heart guarded. It could mean they have their walls up. I'm almost wondering if this person has been hurt before in the past. Now, if this was someone you had a relationship with before, I don't know if this pain was because of whatever the two of you had gone through. I'm leaning more towards it was a relationship they had with someone else that has hurt them so badly. But either way, it may be them that has the insecurities. It may be them that has these fears and these almost like kind of like self-esteem type of issues. Because the 12th house here, this too is, you know, saying that this hurt is something that is more on the subconscious level. It's something they try to keep hidden. They are vastly more sensitive than they like to let people know or have people think. But I do want to make it clear that with the presence of Jupiter and Sagittarius, this is very optimistic, uplifting, positive type of energy. So I don't believe this person to stay down long. Does that make sense? I don't think they're going to get in a bad, grumpy mood and stay there. I feel like they like to keep things light. They are this secret romantic. I mean, we have these two Knight cards. They are chivalrous. There is a love of romance. I feel like despite what this person may have been through, Group 1, that they're able to recover and move on. You know, they are ready to love again, all right? They don't let themselves stay down for long. Another thing I want to point out to you here, Group 1, is my Six of Cups is also a child card. So this may be someone that you end up having children with, you may adopt. And for those of you that don't have an interest in children, because I have this nature card, your pets, your animals may end up being, you know, your children for the two of you if you decide not to have, you know, kids. But I do see the two of you having this family together, and it's almost as if this is like your childhood dream come true type of scenario. Okay, Group 1, this is your knight in shining armor. With these knights in the 12th house, I truly would not be surprised, Group 1, if this was someone who actually was a knight in a past life, like back in the medieval ages. That would not surprise me at all, because there is this romanticism to them, that loyalty, that honor. I am very much a fan of the energy we have surrounding this person. I do see just such a pure romance here, Group 1. They want to offer you love, offer you a sense of family, offer you security and stability. This person is like the whole package. I just hope you like earth signs, Group 1, because I mean, the nature child, Capricorn, Virgo, the Knight of Pentacles, there is heavy, heavy earth energy here, but they are intelligent, they are capable, they are reliable, and they are loyal. So they've got a little baggage, don't we all? You know what I mean? And I feel like you're going to tell that this person is worth it, especially if you feel that soulmate connection, that past life connection that just keeps smacking me in the face. So this is the type of person that I am seeing for you, Group 1. I do want to point out one final thing, and that is I am getting a heavy springtime type of energy here. I know that seems vague, but remember, this is a large general reading. So this could mean this person comes into your life in the spring. You could get married in the spring, but I feel like springtime is going to be just this positive season throughout your relationship. Like good things, positivity, opportunities, abundance, they will find you in the springtime with this person. So that is what I'm getting here. Please remember, with these large general readings that not everything may resonate with you 100%, but that is a-okay. Go ahead, take what resonates, and be sure to leave the rest for someone else, all right? I want to thank you so much for checking out this channel and hanging out with me here today. I always love reading for you all, and I will catch you next time. Okay, so if you are someone that selected group 2 or the large selenite pyramid, this is the energy of who I think you'll marry, okay? Let's start with these 2 tarot cards up here. These are going to be your significators. I have Justice and Temperance. Right away, astrological placements. We have Libra, perhaps another air sign. And with Temperance, we have Sagittarius. I could even see like a strong Jupiter influence in this person. Obviously, with this, with Justice, we have the usual characteristics of fair, honest. I do see this person making decisions and operating from their head over their heart, but they're also very patient, very considerate. They like to see all sides, all perspectives. They're very well-rounded, open-minded, okay? I almost feel a sense of adventure from this person as well. They might like to travel, go explore new cultures, new areas. They might like to break out of routine a little bit. Now, for relationship details, down here I have pulled the 10 of Cups, the 6 of Swords, and the 4 of Wands. Right away, this is my happily ever after relationship card. The 10 of Cups is marriage, is family. So, as the reading would suggest, again, I do see this being the person you marry. It is very possible that you would have, some sort of family together. I always hesitate bringing up children, but this could mean you have a child together, adopt together. This could even be, if you decide to not have kids and just animals. There is something that the two of you are nurturing and taking care of together, raising together. This is just such a heavy family-oriented card. And on top of that, the 4 of Wands, this is also my marriage ceremony. It's also your environment. This is your home. Now, with the 6 of Swords, this card is interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if this was someone that you met online or on the internet. The 6 of Swords is a travel card, but it's also my internet card. So this may be someone you meet online. If it's not that, based on what I said about this person liking to travel and explore, I don't know if you travel. You might meet this person abroad. They might be from a really different background from you, but there is a heavy emphasis on travel, and I do feel like this person may not be what you've envisioned for yourself. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just you wouldn't expect this person to either show up in your life. You wouldn't expect this person to be who you marry, but here they are. Now let's go over some of the oracle cards that I've pulled for you. I know if you've seen my videos before, I am doing this in an entirely different way than I usually do. I'm just gonna start throwing up oracle cards, okay? So the first one we have is discernment. Right away, all right, we have a 10 of Cups. This discernment card is number 10. If you're into angel numbers, synchronicities, numerology, here's your 1010, all right? I also have the fear card. So discernment and fear, that's interesting to me. Maybe there's a little bit of doubt, especially if you were to meet this person online. I feel like at first you might think this person is too good to be true. Like, are they catfishing me? You know what I mean? Like, is this person really reaching out to me? There's a little bit of hesitancy with fear and discernment. It's like you don't believe what you're seeing. You don't believe that this person is who you're going to be in a relationship with. Now, let's see what else I have. I have companion. I love seeing this card in relationship readings because there's loyalty, there's commitment, and there's like this dedication to making sure that you don't feel alone. on top of having a romantic relationship, I feel like you're going to have a great friendship too. For some of you, this may start off as a friendship, and maybe that's where like the discernment has to come in. You have to really figure out, is this someone I want to be just friends with? Or do I see something more with them? And I'm here to tell you, you see something more. All right? They want to make sure that you don't feel alone, that you are taken care of, that you know you can rely on them. Another card I have here is the Detective card. And I love the message on this because I feel like it goes along with Justice just beautifully, so well. It says, this person is going to have great powers of observation, a strong intuition, but they're also committed to seeking out the truth, okay? They are able to read between the lines, to see through bullshit. This may be someone who's very upfront. Some might consider it blunt, but they don't want to sugarcoat things. They want to uphold honesty. That is so important to them, to be authentic and to be real. That is something they pride themselves on. Now, some other cards that I pulled. Here we have Aquarius. I'm going to go ahead, give me 1 second. I'm going to zoom you guys out. So here's an Aquarius card. Like I said earlier, air sign. We know Aquarians can sometimes be a little blunt. They're definitely into honesty, and this is definitely the type of energy to think with the mind rather than emotion and feeling, all right? Another card I have here is the Mutable Moon. It says, nothing is yet set in stone. And I think it's interesting that we have this ocean watery image here, and we also have that on the Six of Swords that I have buried. So that tells me that things can change. This person may be adaptable. I'm almost wondering, I'm getting this message here for you, group 2. You guys might move abroad or like have your home abroad, because when I think of your environment and travel, nothing is set in stone. I hope that those of you here in group 2 are receptive to perhaps moving and living in a foreign area or somewhere new. Could be far away from home. But I do see from that, I see you guys moving elsewhere. I don't see you staying, where you're from. I see your environment, your home, your lives together taking place probably somewhere that you never would have anticipated, and that may be leading to that feeling of fear as well, okay? Oh my God, it's like you're scared of moving. Maybe you're moving to where they're from if they're foreign, but you're scared of moving, you're scared of leaving your family. But with this companion card, that's why they're so committed to making sure you don't feel lonely, that you don't feel abandoned, or that you are by yourself. They are your friend. They want to make sure that you feel loved and you feel cherished, even if you are living in somewhere that's completely new, foreign, or far away from home. All right, other cards that I have for you. Group 2, I've pulled the second house and Pluto. So the second house, things you value. It can be your physical, material resources, but it can also be the way that you think about yourself. Pluto can be change. It can be like, I just think of it as resurrection or like a metamorphosis, but it's a very intense and powerful connection. If, in synastry or in astrology, if you have Pluto contacts, that can indicate an almost like obsessive type of bond where you feel so attached to someone, so connected to someone, you can't get them out of your head. And I like Pluto and Detective here because Pluto energy can have that detective type vibe as well, where they're going to uncover what's being hidden. So as I've said before, they uphold the truth, they value honesty. I wouldn't lie to this person because they're going to see right through it. Other card I have pulled for you is the Moon. So this can indicate that emotional attachment. The Moon rules over our feelings. So when I see this full moon card here in this spread, there definitely is a strong emotional attachment. You may feel safe, secure around them. Again, your resources, your second house. You feel at home, all right? You feel at home, you feel secure when you're with this person. They give you those feelings being in their presence. Now, the final card that I have pulled, I'm going to throw it over here. This is the I love you card. And I almost wonder, because I see on this Aquarius new moon. Bring love into the situation. I love you. I wonder who's going to say it first. I feel like it's you. I feel like it's you, group 2. I feel like you're going to be the ones that say I love you first. You may be scared to do it. But there's no need, because when you find this person, this is your happily ever after. This is your sanctuary. And obviously pulling this card just confirms that there's a lot of love between the two of you here, group 2. I'm trying to look now just for any extra information on who this person is. When I think of careers and justice, obviously I think of lawyers. I think of being in the justice system. But this could also be, I mean, we have detective. This could be someone who works for some type of agency, whether it's like the law enforcement, being a literal detective. But more than any of that, because I have temperance, justice, I almost feel like teacher, like a professor, maybe even a writer. They are so observant, so perceptive. I wouldn't be surprised if they were a writer. They can read people so well. It would like translate to their writing. But I want to say, group 2, this person may come off a little bit intimidating, especially if they have, you know, a heavy Pluto influence. Like if they have Pluto on the ascendant, that can be an intimidating vibe that they give off. They may seem a little aloof, a little distant. That would be the air sign influence there. But you need to trust that they value you and that emotional intensity is there. They just may not express it as much as they should or in the best way. But like I said, group 2, I feel like this is almost such a dream-like relationship, because there's travel, there's romance, there's this sense of newness, and adventure is so strong here. And it definitely will be a change. Pluto, mutable, it's making sure that you're receptive, you're adaptable, you're open-minded, because this person is open-minded, and I don't think this individual would let anything hold them back or stop them. They want a companion. They want someone to go on this adventure with them. And that is what I'm seeing here for who you are going to marry, group 2. They're smart, they're adventurous, they're good with words, and they're brave. So of course, my disclaimer that this is a large general reading. Not everything may resonate with you 100%, but I hope you can take what does resonate and leave the rest for somebody else. I appreciate you hanging out with me here on my channel. I always love reading for you guys, and I will see you next time. Okay, so here we have group 3, or if you guys selected my little fluorite obelisk, here are the cards that are going to describe who you will marry. These 2 tarot cards right here at the top are going to be your significators. I have the Page of Cups and the Lovers. So right away, astrologically speaking, this person may be a water sign or have a lot of water in their chart. And the Lovers would be a Gemini type of energy, possibly just a lot of Mercury influence. But this is someone clearly romantic. They may be younger than you, and they are someone that wants to move quick. The 8 of Wands down here confirms that for me, but this is someone not afraid to take that leap, admit their feelings. They follow their heart 100%. With other groups I had here, you know, there was a lot of mind over matter or head over heart. This is all heart. This person trusts their feelings, their emotions. They let their heart guide them and influence their decision making. This is someone highly creative, pretty sensitive. They have big dreams. And with the Lovers here, this tells me that this will be like a soulmate relationship for you. And it's interesting because this can also signify to me that this is someone that you would consider your opposite. You may be opposite zodiac signs, or just literally, like, if this person is this romantic, dreamy, sensitive type of individual, you may be more grounded, practical, realistic. It's just like the merging of opposites attracting, working together, and feeling whole when you're with one another. Now, to further clarify your relationship, I also pulled the 9 of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and like I said, the 8 of Wands. These 2 together, this is like an investment that pays off. So I'm wondering, you two may go into business together, you may start a business together, but there definitely is money in this relationship. This is my money card, and then the Nine of Pentacles is all about luxury, abundance, living your best life, having nice things. So if those are important to you, then you're in luck, group 3, because this relationship, not only is it a soulmate type of connection, if not a soulmate connection, there is also money coming your way, and this relationship will move fast. The Eight of Wands isn't going to waste any time. It's almost like when you two find each other, you're going to know. There won't be any guessing, there won't be any games. I feel like deep down you're going to get that sense that this is the one, and then you'll kind of move through the relationship milestones pretty quickly, whether that's, moving in together, check, getting engaged, check, getting married, check. It's just, they're all going to be like a domino kind of reaction, just to go very, very quickly. As far as information about this person, more information I should say, I'm almost wondering with the Page of Cups if this is like an artist of some sort. They may be into art, they may be a writer, a musician, but creativity and expression are so important to them that even if there isn't a lot of money in their business at first, they're going to stick with it because it's their passion. That is the type of person that this is. They find their passion, they stick to their calling. They could make all the money or no money, and it's not going to make much of a difference to this person because they're doing what they love. Even the Lovers with that Gemini energy, I think of, again, writing, I think of music. This could even be on a more business side. This might be something in like public relations or marketing, advertising. It's using that creativity to sell themselves or sell others. But I feel like whatever it is, it was something they took a chance on, something, an opportunity they had to seize, and it's going to end up paying off for them. I don't know if this means that they have this money right now. This Nine of Pentacles may be something that they come into later, that maybe the two of you achieve when you're together, but they definitely went out on a limb to take this opportunity, whatever this job or source of income is. They had to take a chance on it, but I do see it paying off. So let's see what other cards I've pulled for this person. Before I do that, all right, first Oracle card, I'm just gonna lay them on top of each other. Those of you that have watched my videos before are gonna just, this is a totally different method and system that I usually do, but I'm just kind of winging it today. So this South Node card, this is representative of our past lives, of areas that we have already mastered. It's where we feel comfortable and at home. So when I see the South Node here, this tells me that this is a person that when you see them, you will feel like an instant sense of familiarity. It will be like you've already known them or met them before. And that ties in really beautifully with what I said about this being a possible soulmate connection. It'll be like soul recognizing soul. It's even quite possible with the South Node that this could be a past life type of connection, that you've spent lifetimes in the past together. But typically this means comfort, this means familiarity. There's a sense of already knowing between the two of you. In addition, I have the 5th house here. I love the 5th house in relationship readings because this is all about fun and romance. This tells me, when we have 5th house, that your physical chemistry and attraction is probably off the charts, and that you have fun together. You may share similar interests or hobbies that help you bond and get closer together. If this is someone who does art or music, group 3, that may be something that you help them with, or you could even inspire them in their art or in their work. Let's see what else I pulled here. I have abundance, and that is just almost comical how well that goes with the Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. Whatever is happening in this relationship, whether it's the job that this person has or even that you have, but I feel like this is an opportunity the two of you are going to take together, or an investment that the two of you are going to make into something, and that is going to pay off. I don't know if you're interested in, literally I shouldn't even be talking about this because I know absolutely zero about stocks and whatnot, but that might be something one of you or both of you do and end up being very financially satisfied and secure because of that decision. There's just a lot of money and material and financial blessings being gifted upon this union here, group 3. Other thing I want to say, we have beauty. So not only are you two going to be financially stable and secure, but beauty tells me that the physical attraction, again, that physical chemistry, you both find each other beautiful. You find each other very attractive. You're very drawn to one another. And on that physical level, you might be hard to resist. It might be like that instant spark or that instant kind of physical intensity. Let's see what else I pulled here. I have the king. Like I said, I'm just throwing them on here. So even though I said this person might be younger than you, because the page often can represent those that are younger, the king tells me that although they're young, I wouldn't consider them immature. With the king there, that represents a maturity, almost like a composure or an elegance or regality in the way that they carry themselves or keep themselves composed. They may come off as older than they are. Now, whether that's because of experiences they've been through, I'm not sure, but they definitely carry themselves with composure and class. And king is, of course, another sign to me of the, financial prosperity to be had here. Here we have Don Juan, that just, again, with the 5th house, with beauty, this is that physical attraction. You find them seductive. You're not going to be able to resist each other on that physical level. It's a spicy, all right? And if that wasn't enough, I also have Mars. Mars is, of course, a planet of action, a planet of passion. It can be associated with sex. And I want to point out, astrologically speaking, that if we have Mars in the 5th house, in synastry, or even in natal charts, that is a good indicator of a passionate relationship. I would even say that there could be children in the picture for the two of you in this marriage. I say all the time that I don't like bringing children up because I know it is a sensitive topic. But I want to throw it out there that with Mars in the 5th house, I mean, if you guys are finding each other physically irresistible, if there is all of this passion, all of this chemistry, it doesn't seem too far-fetched that there may be children as a result of that, all right? So this can be the house of children. I do see that as an indicator of expanding your family. All right, there, group 3. See, the other cards I have are going to be Pisces and even Sagittarius. Luck is on your side. Clearly, if you went out on a limb, seized this opportunity, seized this investment with all of this abundance, with all of this good fortune, yeah, you guys are going to be doing all right, group 3. If you are worried about money now, just know in the future, this marriage, I see it very prosperous and fortunate for the two of you. This Pisces card just affirms for me that this is a much deeper and complicated, I don't know, complicated sounds bad, but I mean that in the sense that there definitely is something behind the scenes here, as the South Node and the Lovers implied, a soulmate connection, a past life connection, something that kind of exceeds explanation. It can't be explained. It is just a spiritual, emotional connection when the two of you are together. You understand each other on a physical level, you understand each other on the emotional level, and what a beautiful type of relationship that creates, right? And if that wasn't enough, my very last oracle card is all about miracles and blessings. So I feel you two are definitely going to be brought together for a reason. Maybe both of you are struggling financially, and it's going to take the two of you finding each other to encourage all of this abundance and monetary blessings to find you. But I know I don't have my happily ever after card here, but I do see that here. I don't need the card here to know that. You two are going to feel so fortunate, so blessed to have each other in your lives. You take care of each other. It's like you finally will feel complete and feel whole. Yes, I know I said things will move fast, but that's not going to be a bad thing because there's no doubts here. Like I said, that sense of knowing, that sense of familiarity, like you're picking up where you left off, group 3. Maybe there'll be things you thought you couldn't do or couldn't have, but being in this union will somehow attract those to you. But I do see a happy home life financially, money, you'll be set. And I just can't get over how many, physical chemistry indicators we have here, like you're just not going to be able to resist each other. I don't foresee you two like getting enough of one another, you know what I mean? Because we have 2 new moons down here as well, I want to point out that this may be something that's a bit different for the both of you. Maybe you're not each other's typical type. Like I said, you do appear to me to be very opposite. It's that instance of opposites attracting. So maybe this is someone who isn't typically your type, or typically someone you would have an interest in, because these 2 new moons represent that change, represent this being something new for the both of you. I'm trying to see what else is coming to me here, group 3. Just the fact they might be very confident. I don't want to say full of themselves, but when they're with you, they feel more confident. Does that make sense? You make them feel sexy. You make them feel desirable. You make them feel like a king. You make them feel like this ultra romantic, smooth talker, charismatic type of person. Not that they aren't charismatic, but you bring out more of that in them. Because with the Page of Cups, there is charisma indicated here. So they may be smooth, good with words because of the Lovers. This may even be someone who could be considered like a serial flirter. If you know what I mean, it's just they can't help but flirt with whoever they talk to. It's just something that comes out naturally. They claim not to have much control over it. They're so in love with love. But when they find you, it's almost like they find their muse. They find their inspiration again. So that is what I'm seeing here. Very, very positive union here, group 3. Of course, the love, but that physical attraction, the fun you two have together. I know I keep saying you're opposites. There is something that you two share, and I feel like it falls within the 5th house. So creative interests, hobbies, there is something that you two share, but for the most part your personalities are probably very opposite. Of course, I have my disclaimer that not everything may resonate for you 100%, and that is totally okay. I try to throw out as much information as possible so that you can find something to take away from this, and that is all I ask, that you take what resonates and leave the rest for somebody else. I appreciate you hanging out with me on my channel today. I always love reading for you guys, and I will see you next time. All right, group 4. So for those of you that selected group 4, or if you were called to this beautiful sunstone pyramid here, these are the tarot cards I've pulled to describe who you are going to marry. So at the top here with these 2, these would be your significators for this person. I have the Hierophant and the Sun. Immediately, the feeling I get from this is that this may be someone older than you, definitely more established, more known, and that can have a lot of different interpretations. But astrologically speaking, we have Taurus and Leo represented here, so they may be that sign or have that sign featured predominantly in their chart somewhere. As far as career goes, with the Hierophant, I think of almost like a professor, but even just like a higher level type of executive. This is authority, this is power between the 2 of them. This is like the boss. And that makes it very interesting to me when I look at these 3 cards that I've pulled down here. Because this card to me, the 3 of Pentacles, this is representing co-workers working together. With the 6 of Pentacles, like I said, there's that power imbalance where one of you has more power, more status, more something over the other. So I feel like this is a boss, this is a supervisor. You may meet through friends, the 3 of Cups. This is our friendships, our network, our groups, our social circle. So you may get acquainted more through friends at work. It may be a friends with benefits type of situation at first for some of you. And I also want to point out, when I have the sun here, the sun shines light. It illuminates everything that it's over, okay? So this may be a relationship that others talk about. Unfortunately, that can be signified with the 3 of Cups as well. This can be gossip, rumors, people talking about things that aren't any of their business, but unfortunately, they do that anyway, right? So because of the circumstance, this may be a relationship that catches a lot of people's attention. They end up talking about it, talking about you. But I don't see the 2 of you being affected by that too much. In fact, you know, because this is a who are you going to marry reading, you still end up being together. You end up changing and shifting from this friends of benefits into something more, into something stable and lasting. So now what I'm going to do is I have my oracle cards. I know those of you that have watched my videos before, you're like, oh my God, this is so different. I'm just mixing it up today. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom you out a little bit, and I'm going to throw some oracle cards down, and hopefully now you'll be able to see them. Let's see what I got here. We have Saturn. You guys, I even hesitate to say what I'm thinking here, but for some of you, this is like daddy. You know what I mean? I hate myself and that I just said that, but I can't with the Hierophant, the Sun, even Saturn. This is someone, again, who is older than you, more established. And with Saturn, you know, we have that maturity, we have that commitment. Your relationship is going to go through tests that might be due to the rumors and gossip. You're definitely going to have your tests and challenges, but Saturn forces the two of you to get realistic and to make something real out of this, which ultimately I do see the two of you doing. But this is daddy, you know what I'm saying? To confirm all of that for me, here we have the 6th house. This is the house of your job, your day-to-day life, your everyday commitments. Literally, it's so clear to me that this is someone you meet at work. For those of you that, you know, are still in school, don't fret. I just don't see you meeting this person until, you know, you have a career or you have a job. That is where this person is going to come into play. They are a boss, they are a supervisor. There is something that they have that you don't. And I know sometimes I worry with the 6 of Pentacles that this can turn into like, you know, I have this over you, which can lead to those imbalances. But I don't see it in a negative sense here. I just see it as this person has the status. They have status, they have recognition, they have respect. But you are going to meet them at your job, your day-to-day. That's just so funny. This card I pulled here is Extremes. I've pulled this card before. This is my hot and sweaty card, all right? It is a very passionate card. Like I said, it may have been friends with benefits, but there is a physical chemistry and a physical attraction between the two of you, which is why you two end up getting involved together. That physical attraction, it's what like catches your eye right off the bat. I also have Faith here, which is interesting. This may mean that at first one or both of you are worried that it won't be something long-lasting or it won't be something permanent. You may have these concerns that the person doesn't take you seriously. This card asks you to have faith that this other person is seeing you in that way. This can and will become something with longevity. And it's also interesting, the imagery on the Faith card is a pregnant woman. So I always hate bringing up kids, but here it is again. You may have a child together, you may adopt together, or even if you decide that kids aren't in the picture for the two of you, this may mean, you know, you take your animals and view them as your children, as your kids that you nurture and raise together, all right? But there is this sense of faith and family, and I can't ignore with faith, and the Hierophant has religious connotations as well. You may share the same religious beliefs. The spirituality that the two of you have may be similar or the same, but there is a strong, I don't know if religious is necessarily the right word, but your beliefs both play a heavy role in this, which I'm trying to, let's see if I can keep pulling cards and figure out what that is exactly. All right, so here we have, where am I going to throw him? I'll throw him by the sun because it's Leo. Here we have a Leo full moon. Don't let your pride get in the way. What is that now? Group 4, what is that? Maybe because you start off, for those of you who start off as friends with benefits, maybe one of you are going to hesitate to admit that you have actual feelings for the other. This obviously is your message. Don't let your pride get in the way. Don't let ego get in the way here. But this is a confirmation. There's major Leo energy from this person. And I also have the South Node here. Don't let your past hold you back. Don't let your past as friends with benefits hold you back. I don't know. I'm really hung up on that. The South Node, however, that is very interesting that I have it here. This can indicate that you've had past lives together, which may also be the reason you are attracted to each other so intensely in the beginning, because it's like soul recognizing soul. You may feel that instant familiarity and sense of like comfort with this person. It's like coming home, okay? So that definitely heightens the attraction too. But the thing I would worry about seeing the South Node in Saturn is that if there were more karmic issues in your past lives, maybe there were things, challenges that the two of you couldn't overcome. With Saturn here, that tells me those limitations and those challenges may be brought back into this relationship in order for the two of you to finally fix it and move on from that obstacle. So there definitely will be challenges. Pride may be one of those. Ego might be one of the battles that we end up facing here. I'm almost wondering, because I have Saturn, I have the South Node, with this Six of Pentacles, I'm almost wondering if in a past life that you had with this person, group 4, I'm wondering if the roles were swapped. So say we have this person here, your partner is the one with the power and the status in this life. Perhaps in a past life, you were the one with the status, you were the one with the money and the power, and they were kind of under you. And I'm wondering if that may lead to some of the pride and ego issues. But there definitely could be some karmic challenges and karmic issues that need resolved in this relationship. But I think the fact that you have this past life connection will actually strengthen your bond in this life as well. Let's see what else I pulled. Here I have the Midas Miser card. This just confirms they have money. Everything they touch turns to gold, right? So they have money, they have that status. If you're worried, about your future financially, this tells me that this partnership, you're going to be set money-wise and material-wise. You'll be good to go. Now with Pioneer, this is something that hasn't been done before. That tells me a couple things. First off, this individual, they've probably never entered into a relationship like what they have with you before. Does that make sense? This isn't someone who is often dating their subordinates or dating their employees. This relationship will be new to them. This type of relationship will be new. This may also be a business, because for some of you, I feel like this person is a boss. They may have their own business and they are interested in doing what hasn't been done. They want to go where no one's gone before, right? This is that pioneering energy, and it's kind of exploratory as well. They're willing to try new things. They're open-minded. Now, on top of all that, bam, Capricorn, daddy, again. Capricorn, Saturn, the Hierophant. I hate that I keep saying that. I'm so sorry, you guys. But this mature, hardworking, put together, has status, responsibilities, a reputation. They are older than you. They have their shit together. 100% group 4. Now, what else do I have here? My very last card, this is just gonna kill me. I have ask for help. It says, be willing to accept support. And this actually, no joke, let's see if I can dig it out from underneath here. These two look very similar, where we have this person that obviously has something that these people need. And I think in this case, it's that your partner has the money, they have the resources, they're older, more established, more secure, and maybe you can't let your pride get away. If there is something you need from them, you need to be willing to ask for help. You need to be willing to let them in. They are able and willing and ready to help you, but you have to ask for it as well. Some of you that may have been cringing through all of this, like, I'm a strong, independent person, I don't need to rely on anybody, I don't need support from anybody. That is very true. You absolutely don't. But on the same token, if this person has something that you need and you're in a relationship with them, they're willing to help you. They're ready to help you. You just have to ask for it. Don't let this past life hold you back. The karmic issues, don't let your pride hold you back. Because I feel like this person would be more than willing to help you get to where they are. They want to balance the scales. They want to restore They want to even the scales, you know what I mean? So, you know, they have achieved most of their ambitions. Now let them help you achieve yours as well, because they have it. Whew, this is steamy. Now I'm wondering, because I said, you know, don't let pride get in the way. I was talking about all of the gossip and rumors from the Three of Cups. I feel like that is going to maybe bother you more than it would bother them. You might be more hesitant in entering a relationship with this person because of pride, because you don't want to be seen as a gold digger or taking advantage or, you know, using sex to get ahead, right? You don't want to be seen as the person sleeping their way to the top, you know what I mean? But I feel like your partner, this partner, they know that, right? They're in a relationship with you. These people talking don't matter, group 4. What matters here is the connection and the bond that the two of you share. And it is passionate, right? With extremes, it's passionate. And it's also really secure, really stable. I mean, money isn't going to be an issue. I have no worries about money being an issue. So enjoy this. Let them help you. The two of you both have things that you can teach the other. And that might be part of your lesson that Saturn's trying to teach the two of you, okay? Ask each other for help. There are things that you know that they don't, and vice versa. So be that partnership. Learn from each other and enjoy this connection. There's a lot of tea here. Okay, group 4. I of course want to throw out my disclaimer that these are large general readings. I try to throw out as much information as possible, and that is in order for you to take what resonates, but then, you know, leave the rest for somebody else, okay? I am so grateful and I appreciate you hanging out with me on my channel. It is a pleasure to read for you as always, and I will see you next time. Little floppy fish. What is he doing? He's flopping. Get out of here. Oh, you're so cringy, Chelsea. I'm living my best 90s baby life.